I'm Josh from Beamable.com, and I'm here with Matt from Whitethorn Games.
Hey.
PAX West. We're back here live. Can you believe it?
What a year. Yeah, 18-month break from conventions and things and conferences, but thrilled to be back. I think we all kind of collectively needed this as a staff. Some part of interfacing with fans feels really good.
So Whitethorn Games is a publisher. You guys have a handful of games. Can you tell us about those games?
Yeah, sure. So we're showing quite a few today, actually, almost all of which are PAX previews. Lake is out currently, but the remainder are sneak peeks. Generally speaking, the games we make tend to be approachable, cozy, decompressing, low-stress experiences. We aim at a slightly different demographic than other publishers. We're looking for people who just don't have time to play a 100-hour title, but they still want something that's complex and interesting and well-made. So we're sort of reclaiming casual games from the idea that it's something passive or not good or whatever. Rather, they're games that are complex and interesting and lovely, but can be played very casually, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Before we sat down to start the interview, we were talking about Beamable's mantra of we fight for the game maker, and you said you were right there with us. Tell me about that.
Yeah, we're very much a developer's first publisher. I mean, we've publicly released our publishing contracts that you can check on the internet right now. Nothing secret. You can look at it with your own lawyer. We pay for lawyers, third party, for our people that we're signing so they can have their contracts reviewed if they don't have the financial ability to do that. We don't recoup our time. We're like a roughly 70-30 share favoring the developer publisher. So we really do try our hardest to give a fair shake to people that are making games. I think there's sort of a fundamental disconnect between people who make video games and people who sell video games because it's a very different skill set, right? Like I can't program, I can't rig animations, I can't do any of those things. But certainly I can develop a brand and sell games and get things in front of people and do marketing until my eyes bleed, right? So that's what I want to be as a service provider to people that have a select set of skills so that they really don't ever have to worry about anything besides the game itself. No taxes, no accounting, no marketing, blah.
Gotcha. I love it. Let's say I am a game maker looking for a publisher. How would I get a hold of you, and what's the best way to pitch you?
Yeah, of course. This is a super common question. So very quickly, game publishers are sort of like venture capitalists, sort of. We don't take equity like venture capitalists do, but we do have like a pool of money that we allocate to the games we're building. Once that's completely out, we can't sign any more games until things start coming in. We're pretty close to tapped right now. Unless you're releasing in like 2025, we're sort of out. But broadly speaking, you simply reach out to our contact email. It's just hello@whitethorndigital.com or, right on our website. Really, the best pitch to a publisher is to get as quickly to showing me the game, whether that's video, gameplay, whatever. We love to see a budget breakdown. We love to see a development timeline. And we really love to just see any highlights about your team or the people, like other games you may have made. But really, we make our decisions based on a few things. We're really, really about brand fit. We aggregate a really specific brand. So I would say probably 70+% of the refusals we send back aren't because we don't think they're great games. It's just, we might get pitched like a battle royale or something, and it's beautiful, but it just is not the kind of thing we aggregate. So we'll usually collegially pass that to other publishers. About a week ago, we announced the Indie Houses. It's a collective of publishers that are adhering to a series of good practices to help developers. Includes other folks like Raw Fury and, Toge Productions, Fellow Traveler, Neon Doctrine, those awesome guys, some others as well. And basically, we all just collectively agreed to be non-predatory. And there's a series of kind of tenets in there that help developers. So generally, we pass the leads around. When one of us wins, we all win. So there's not really any we don't bury the lead. If you send us a beautiful game that we're like, oh, Devolver's really going to like this, bury it. We don't do that. We just literally call them and say, hey, you should talk to these people. It doesn't fit our brand. No fear. We're never going to send you back crappy feedback. We're never going to dunk on you. I know that game development can be a very intimate, intensely personal experience for the people making the game. So it can feel a bit like, giving someone your baby. So we respect that and try to be very respectful in our feedback as well.
I love that. That is great advice. Thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with me.